You're starting to creep out of your dark cave. You're going out a little bit. But just like when you start to get a cold, like you get the sniffles one day, right? The first thing that you do is you want to take steps to try and prevent that cold from being too bad, getting worse. So you may take a little medicine, or you may like jumble up on some vitamin C's or whatever. It's the same thing with depression, because it has steps. Now, the first thing about depression is it's an inability to see a future for yourself. So when you start to get those feelings like, I don't want to go out, I want to sleep, I don't want to get up, I don't want to do what I have to do, that's the first sign. So you need to take preventive measures. So that's why it's important that you understand the mechanics behind what's going on with you. The second thing that happens when we hit a wall is we retreat to a safety zone. And that safety zone is not being around the people that you were around when you were, say, so-called successful or moving forward. You know, people that are actually got things going on, and they're moving, they're changing the world, and they're so busy because they're doing things. You're around those kind of people. You're absorbing their energy, you're exchanging energies, and those are the people that you associate with because everybody's working on something. But now, when things start to slow down, or you hit the wall, or you wake up one day and you haven't really noticed the subtle signs along the way that's saying, oh, don't turn left, don't turn right, oh no, wait a minute, I'm at the wall. You retreat away from those people. So you go to where you're comfortable. You surround yourself with people that are not asking much from you or themselves. They're going to make you feel good because they're at a level where they're happy. Tolstoy once wrote, I can't go ahead, I can't go back, and I can't stand the way that I am. And a lot of us find ourselves in this position. And like in the Matrix, we all become prisoners of our mind. So now as you start to surround yourself with familiar things that make you comfortable, people that don't really have much going on, and it's nothing to say against them, it's just some people are just happy where they are. But they want to talk about what happened on World Star. Girl, did you see that fight on World Star? And the guy's like, yeah, man, it's like, I was listening to Charlotte. Those kind of people. And it's not that they're bad, but if you're uncomfortable, if you're unhappy with your situation, then you need to change everything. That's the paradigm. You really need to change everything. So you want to fix that. But now you're outside, you're starting to move around, you're hanging around other people, you're starting to get ideas. But guess what? That mind that I told you about that wants to keep you safe in the corner, oh, it starts talking to you. It's like, who do you think you are? Weren't we just comfortable in the dark in that room? You don't want to worry about finances. You make money, you got to pay taxes. Don't worry about making money. You don't want to be bothered with that. Then you got all the fake friends. We're around our real friends. They don't want anything from you. We can hang out, smoke, drink. We don't want to do anything other than that. You got to beat that voice back because it's going to try to pull you back in the dark where you're comfortable. It's going to say, come on home. And you're going to want to come home. But you got to resist that. Now, here's something else. Exercising is important. Getting out is important. Because when you start to exercise and move, your body creates chemicals that actually change in you. Things that make you feel so great. I don't know if you've ever worked out to the point that you get a pump, your body and your chest and your muscles are filled with oxygen and blood, and you feel like, you could be 98 pounds and you feel like, I can lift a truck today. But all of that transfers into everything that you're doing. And that's why it's important, because it's mind, body, and spirit. The Holy Trinity. So that's why it's important. So when these symptoms start creeping back on you and those voices start talking to you, you have to ignore them. Because now you have to change your mindset. Because your mind has started to focus on everything negative. You can do 10 things, right? 10 things. 9 of them are amazing, but your mind is going to focus on the one thing that was wrong when you're in that downward spiral. And you focus on that and it's like, your mind goes, see, I told you, who you think you are? This ain't for you. You don't want to make money. You know why? Because money's a hassle. You got to pay taxes. You got to keep track of it. You got all the fake friends. You don't want to buy a huge house because you got maintenance and car payments and worried about parking and gas and all that. We're good right here. We got everything we need. We got money for chicken wings and shrimp fried rice and a Coca-Cola. And every now and then, whatever we need to make our spirits feel a little woo-woo. Because just like you have a downward spiral, you could have an upward spiral. So you focus on, I don't care if 9 things out of the 10 go wrong and 1 thing goes right, that's what you focus on. Because that makes yourself like, you know what? We can do this. You know what I'm saying? It's like getting down, doing 1 push-up, 2 push-ups. Oh, I can't do no more. Then you push it, and then you did 3. It's like, oh, I did 3. Maybe I can do 4. It's the same thing. So whatever starts to happen during the course of the day, you got to focus on that one good thing. Bunk whatever happens negative. You'll deal with it. Because it's just something that you have to get around. And guess what? You create your problems for one reason and one reason only. Say, this is you. This finger. This is a problem way over here. The reason that we create problems, because problems in the root of the word means to throw forth, which basically says that we create our own problems. You know why? To grow. Because now once we solve this problem that's fluttering around right here, our circumference of information becomes this big. We're no longer this dot now. We're this big circle. Because we've solved that problem. You know that way before. So I suggest to you that when you hit that wall, it's for one purpose only. It's so you can your way out of it. And once you get out of it, when those things happen to you again, guess what? You know what? I got this. Back up. Going through. Next level. But there are going to be times that it's going to pull you back. There's going to be times that the alarm clock goes off that you want to pull the covers over your head. And that's when you use, remember Mel Robbins, the blast off method, like a rocket ship. When you don't want to get out of bed, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm ready. Here we go. Gotta push yourself. Things that need to get done, do them. Anytime that you find yourself saying, you know what, I'll get to that later. I'll do that tomorrow. No, tomorrow is bad. And we're going to do a whole segment on words. And some of the words that you need to avoid is try, I think I can, tomorrow. You know, we're going to get into a whole list of words that you have to avoid because they create a mentality. So it's a bit long, but this is what I want you to really focus on. Your energy, energy. Because living from the inside out means you're dictating the terms. You may not dictate what happens to you, but you're dictating how you deal with those situations. Because when you let the people that you hang around, the ones that are going to coddle you when you hit that wall and say, oh, I don't want to do it. And they're like, oh, it's all right. We get to it. No, you need friends that are just going, yo, get to it. Let's get it done. Come on. Let's go. I'll help you. You know, I dated someone and they used to say that I challenged them too much because I wanted them to look at themselves, because your soulmate is the one that's challenging you, that's helping you grow. Not the one that's like, oh, we're good. No, we're not good. And I'm not saying that you get to the point of being abusive. You get to the point where she inspires you or he inspires you, or you can discuss some ideas, or you can talk about the future, or you can talk about your life because you're painting that picture. I had a relationship for a long time. I was bitter about it, right? Because she thought because she met me in a situation where money wasn't flowing, and after she gave herself a time limit because I was working on a deal, and she like, all right, you know what? I can hang out with him for like 15 minutes. And then she started cheating with somebody that was a low-level hustler, but she thought that was the way to go. But you know why I became to respect her? Because she had an idea for herself. She had a vision in her life. And although I may not have liked the circumstances and the way that she handled it, she didn't let anybody change that. You follow me? Like, she wanted what she wanted, and she didn't think that she was getting it, so she had to move on. You know? It's like the guy that says to his wife, would you love me if I didn't have all this money and I didn't do all this thing for you? And she's like, are you kidding? I will always love you. I will always love you. But if you didn't have money, I'd miss you, but I'd love you. Gotta respect that. I'm Lavaba. This is Spit Talk. Have an